my third trip with EF Ultimate Break. I'm going to Egypt. If there's one piece of advice I have about EF, I would recommend booking your own flights. I didn't this time. They had me fly out of Boston to Newark, which was weird, and now I'm here for 6 hours, and then I go from here to Vienna, Vienna to Cairo. Oh, I still have a long day ahead of me, but I'm gonna take you with me on this trip. I am an EF Ultimate Break ambassador, so that means if you use my link, you get $100 off your first trip. I will have my link down below. But yeah, I can't wait to meet everybody tonight. Actually, technically tomorrow is when I'm actually gonna land. It is day 3 already somehow. We had basically 2 full days traveling to get here. There were actually 5 of us on the same layover in Austria, which was cool, so we had time to like get to know everybody. And then by the time we got to Cairo, there was a guy waiting for us from EF before we got to the customs lines. We didn't even have to do that by ourselves. Then he led us to the driver who took us to the hotel, and we got here not even late, but it felt late to us last night, and we just had dinner, and the whole group wasn't even here yet, so we'll be meeting everybody for the first time this morning. We're going to breakfast, and then we're going to the pyramids.
And then the poles, stones on wooden slides or slides. So, and if you look around, you're going to see it repeated everywhere. You see that there's a line. You can see there's a line.
We started off up close to the pyramids, and now we're at the panorama view, and we're also, sorry, I'm vlogging. We're also about to ride camels. I'm actually holding on for dear life. Okay, you've got to climb in the pyramid because that's just something you've got to do. Like, when are you going to do that again? But there's not really anything in there. We were just cramped in, and it's like this steep little slope like you saw, and then you just kind of go right back up. And it wasn't that bad because it's January right now, so it's like 60 degrees, but if it was like 100 degrees, like it is a lot of the time, would have been less enjoyable. We are back to the hotel. We got to see all the main touristy stuff today, which was awesome. Our tour director is so knowledgeable, gave us so much information. Now we just have some free time at the hotel. It's nice, like there's a lot of activity on EF trips, but you also do get time to recover and relax. So that's what we're doing now. Our hotel has $20 massages, so we're about to check that out, or at least I am, and might get a drink, and then we don't have to meet back up until 6:30 tonight. It's 2:47 right now. Tonight we're doing the welcome dinner finally. The rooms in this hotel are really nice. It's the Ultimate Plus instead of the Essential. So we only have one roommate the whole time, and my roommate's cool, so that's good. And it's actual hotels, not hostels.
French fries.
Oh wow.
Thank you, friend.
Thank you.
Why don't we take a picture here?
We just got done from the welcome dinner. They feed you so much food on an EF trip, so don't worry about that. Because I am that friend that will get hangry if we're going too long between meals. I'm not one of those people that can wait till 2 p.m. to eat their first meal of the day. But anyway, don't have to worry about that here. We had wine included with dinner, that's always nice. I knew this before going into this trip, and I probably mentioned this earlier, but Egypt is not a trip I would have been comfortable planning by myself. So I'm so glad I have EF because I have not felt unsafe at one point during this trip. And I'm not somebody who is dramatic about thinking countries are unsafe. I always feel safer in all the countries I've visited than in the US, to be honest with you. But from all the stories I've heard of Egypt, yeah, I would not suggest doing this one by yourself, but we've literally had an armed guard with us the whole time. That's not something EF usually does on their trips, but they do on this one. In addition to our tour guide who knows everything and has been so helpful, we've not had to be by ourselves a single time during this trip. It's been great. And I can't imagine dealing with the transportation by yourself because there is no public transportation, but we've had a bus to go everywhere. We're gonna get to bed early tonight because tomorrow we have a 4 a.m. wake up to get on a flight to go to Aswan, our second city.
Are you also wearing these?
Use it at the time.
We took our early flight this morning, then we took a boat ride to get to the Nubian Village, which is where we are now. We just went to the school here and they taught us how to write our names in Arabic, which was fun.
Nubian Village.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna set all this down. Might take a picture or two. Okay. Yeah. Here.
It's a hotel cat. That's a different one from earlier. We pre-game dinner with drinks again, and now this is the sunset from our hotel. Oh. Today was our second full day. We're at our second hotel now. I loved the last one, but I think this one is actually even nicer. After the Nubian Village, we came back to the hotel and we had some free time. Also had lunch included here. I did feel like the village was a little bit rushed, especially because we had like 3 or 4 hours of free time afterwards, which I've been surprised by the free time on this trip. I didn't think we'd have any, but it's been kind of nice to like recover because this is a lot of like go on this trip. But yeah, it was fine. It was fun. And then same thing as yesterday, we went to the bar during our free time and right before dinner, and then we had another included dinner. Now we're back at the hotel. Tomorrow we're getting up and going to the Temple of Philae, and then we're going on a felucca sailboat ride. I thought we were doing that today, but they switched the days, so that'll be fun too. And then we're going to the cruise portion of this trip.
I feel like I'll definitely be going back for more bread.
Sit down.
I hit the hell out of my head yesterday on this boat. It hurt so bad, and I had to Google my symptoms because I literally thought I had a concussion. But now every time we go on this boat or leave, we have to remind everybody to watch your head. This is a POV of what walking through Egypt is like. This is the room tour of the cruise. We started the cruise portion. There's nothing outside yet, but I guess we have like maybe a balcony? Or no, just a window. That'll be pretty later. As you saw today, we started off with the Temple of Philae, and then we went from there to this perfume shop. I thought we were just stopping in to buy stuff, but they actually had this whole demonstration for us. A lot of people did buy stuff, and it was pretty cool, but I didn't buy anything. Then we checked in for the cruise portion of the trip, and I really didn't know what to expect with this boat, but it is a big cruise ship. We had this whole big included buffet lunch. Then we're about to go to have tea and snacks already on the top deck, and then we're gonna start sailing. Actually, before we start sailing, we're gonna sail on a felucca boat, so a different little sailboat for sunset, and then we'll come back.
Hobby yalla yalla yalla.
Okay.
Go man. We know the place. الناس مهمين والعشاء والغداء والفطار والكلام.
We love a tour director that gets the angles.
$20.
3 for $1.
We're at the Kom Ombo Temple this morning. Last night was our first night on the cruise ship. It's probably my least favorite accommodation we've stayed at out of the 3, but it's still nice. Today we have a lot of free time though, so we'll be going back to the boat after this. I don't think I mentioned this yet, but it's been so cold here. Like, it said it was gonna be 60 to 70 every day, which in Hartford 60 to 70 is really nice. So I brought all my dresses and skirts and everything, but we're freezing because of the wind and I think us being on the water and everything. So if you come in January, maybe layer up better than I did.
No food. Hello.
They said the ancient Egyptians worshipped the crocodiles because they thought it was some type of god, because they'd go down to the underworld, it looked like, and then come back up. They also thought they could predict the future, so they mummified them, and these are them. Like I mentioned earlier, this is my least favorite of the 3 accommodations we've been in because the other hotels were so nice. The first one was nice and the second one was even better. This one's not bad. Again, here's the room. We've lived in it now, but it's just very small. Our shower wasn't hot, but I think it was just ours that was like that. But we do have this nice view, and I just found this. Look, it opens. We're up at 4 a.m. for a hot air balloon ride at sunrise, and we're hoping it happens because if it's too windy, we won't get to do it.
I did too, and then it went away.
We're waiting on clearance from air traffic control, I believe. Oh, there's one up?
No, it's like a little.
Oh, a little balloon. It's cold. I'm drinking my to-go juice from to-go breakfast. That's the balloon. We got the go-ahead. That was so cool. Now we're about to go to the Valley of the Kings.
Like Halloween. Yeah.
King Tut's tomb is smaller than the other ones, but the colors are still so vibrant. I thought the tombs and the mummies were in the pyramids, but they're actually here in the Valley of the Kings. I found that out when I was researching the trip. So the Valley of the Kings ticket gets you entrance into 3. There's a ton of them here, so you have to pick 3. We let our tour director pick for us because we were like, bro, we trust you with our life at this point. And then if you want to go see King Tut specifically, that one's an extra $10. So we did do that, and I think it's very worth it.
$1. $1.
This is getting obnoxious. It's everywhere.
$1.
Ancestors, but this is the house of the blind birds.
Representing to Amun.
After lunch, we had a little bit of free time, and then we came back out and we went to this papyrus shop where they did another demonstration kind of thing for us. And then we came over here to the Luxor Temple, and it is beautiful. It's nighttime. I'm starting to feel a little bit burnt out today, honestly, just because we had such a long day today, and I'm tired, but I'm still having fun. And I tried 3 different ATMs to get money out over the past couple days, and they keep denying me, so I'm getting kind of annoyed by that, but I'll get it figured out. We're about to go to this market after this, and I'm finally gonna get some souvenirs because I haven't had the opportunity to do that yet. What's sad, me and this other girl on the trip were talking about this earlier, we haven't gotten to have like a genuine interaction with the locals here like you would in other countries, because everybody wants something out of you. Like even when we were on the boat, the cruise manager came over and he's like the official guy. It's like, hi, how are you? Are you enjoying things? And we thought he was a safe one to talk to. He was just trying to use us to exchange some of his money. Or just now I was in this shop and the guy was trying to say hi to me, and I just had to keep ignoring him because even if you just say hi, they're just trying to scam you here. Like everybody. Maybe not so much in the non-touristy areas, but everywhere we've been, and it's sad. I've never gone through so much trouble for my tacky souvenirs before. You can't even say hi. They will all just swarm you. They'll try to pull you into their shops, pull you into alleys. Even if you try to like pay them more than what the item's worth to be generous, they're there's horse poop in the road. They're so greedy they will still try to take extra from you. You don't get the feeling of being like pickpocketed or anything like in France, but I'd almost like that better. It's insane. We just checked out of the boat and now we're going to the Temple of Karnak today, and then I believe a jewelry store, and then we're flying back to Cairo for our last 2 days. We've had to go through security everywhere we go. Like they have a metal detector and a bag scanner everywhere, but it's kind of weird because they don't make you take your phone out or anything, so the metal detector goes off for literally everybody, so I don't really know what the point is. Apparently if you walk around this 7 times and make a wish, it'll come true. Okay, this is what I mean about everybody wanting something out of you here. Our tour director literally had to warn us that even the guards here, like the official people who work here, if they see you, like they're gonna try to bring you to like a secret part of the temple that doesn't exist and then be like, okay, tip. So it's sad. I don't mean to sound negative because I'm not burnt out anymore like I was last night. We're having fun. This temple is gorgeous, you can see. But yeah, just be aware of that. Everything's a lot more expensive here than I expected. Like, I don't want to talk about how much money I've been dropping on my Red Bulls. I know you're supposed to like haggle people for their prices here, and we've been doing that, but even once you haggle, they still just bring it down to like a still slightly expensive price. Influenced, I fear. I realized I never actually went back and explained this, but I got a cartouche, which is probably the most popular souvenir you could get in Egypt. I wasn't really planning to get one because I usually don't spend money like that, but I actually found this bracelet that I liked even better, and the lady told me she'd give me the bracelet, the pendant, and the chain for $180, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. I got nuggets, but they gave me a few different sauces, and I don't have at home. We're in our last hotel of the trip. We took our flight from Luxor to Cairo today. This hotel is much more modern than any of the other ones we've been in. I put the room tour in the video too, so you'll be able to see that. But yeah, we're here tonight. Tomorrow we go to the Egyptian Museum and maybe something else. And then our flight leaves at 1:45 in the morning, so it's gonna be rough. We're at the Egyptian Museum this morning. It's our last full day already. It's the bathroom. There's 2 ladies in there. She has her helper hiding the no tip sign because you're not supposed to tip them, but they know we're tourists, so they'll take advantage. This one is hoarding all the toilet paper, so there's none in the stalls. And then she'll give you toilet paper, but then she asks for money. Bye, museum cat.
Cairo. We are now at the heart of the Cairo that we talked about that was built in 1969. And the part to our left, this is the center of commerce. It looks like that for over 700 years.
This is our last activity of the trip. We're at a mosque now, and then we have farewell dinner tonight.
اقول لك حاجه لو تعرف
Just stifled laugh.
Mary Poppins back. Oh, I like the cat.
That's a meow meow. Meow You know that one?
I didn't even update you, but we finished the welcome dinner, and then our flight, most of us had our flight leaving at 1:45 a.m. from Cairo, so we really had to go straight from welcome dinner to the airport. Surprisingly, I actually got a little bit of sleep on the plane. I usually can never sleep on planes, but now I have a layover in Frankfurt. I'm about to board my flight, then I go to Munich, and then I go home to Boston. Such a great trip. I'm not surprised at all. If you're thinking about booking the trip, just do it. You won't regret it, and definitely use my link if you do. But thank you for watching and following along.